Hey everyone, Sirturmund here. Today bringing you another Gnar deck. So this one is a Gnar deck that was kind of popularized and created by 4LW. And 4LW is a great player. If you guys haven't heard about him, I would follow him on Twitter if I was you because he's always coming up with some crazy brews. And this is one of them. So he reached Masters using Gnar Trundle timelines. And I think it's the best timelines decks that I will find. Now, this is not his exact deck list, I don't believe, but it's very close to it. So obviously the whole point here is that you gotta get you rely on your concurrent timelines, and you have a lot of units that take value from that, right? And the biggest combo with timelines is gonna be your Trundle, because the Ice Pillar gets to be converted to an 8-cost unit for pretty much free, because obviously you get all the mana back. So yeah, it's really straightforward how to play the deck, and I think one of the funnest combos with this deck that I've seen is, like, if you see this card right here, Burying Ice, it's a card you might not have seen before, but it's so good in this deck because, like I said, you can do something where you do like Ice Pillar and turn 8, get all your mana back, have a big 8 cost unit, like let's say, the ship from Gangplank, or any big attack with 8 unit, and then be able to do very nice afterwards to be able to clear his whole board of blockers and be able to attack with a Trundle leveled up and whatever you got from the pillar that got converted. Another trick that you can do is do Burying Ice on their defense turn, on their attack turn, sorry, to stop their attack, and then open up the next turn with It That Stairs, or even the pillar into It That Stairs. That's another way to completely clear the board and delete all the units. Those combos are usually how you win the game. The rest of your deck is gonna build up on value, right? So you can do a lot of cheap damage because you have a lot of nice early units that you can use, that because of timelines can get bigger. Sometimes you can low roll and get weaker units, but you get a lot of value from these units. You have Mystic Shot and Troll Chance to be able to perform good trades, 3 scissors as well. Aftershock is really good because, again, you do have very nice, so this can destroy something, or you can also target like stuff like Bandle Tree or Starspring if you need to, or even target the Nexus to kind of finish it with a burn. I think the best card with timelines is Aloof Travelers, right? Aloof Travelers at 2/3 is a pretty low stat line card, but because of timelines, there's a lot of great 4-drops that you can hit that have way better stats than 2/3. So you can get the benefit of the Aloof Traveler discarding one of their cards while also getting like a big static unit, which is one of the biggest powers of this deck. And then obviously we end up with Gnar and Trundle. Gnar is just so good in this deck because it gives you the body from the Poke Stick, as well as also pushing a lot of damage that the opponent has to be worried about. And then obviously Trundle because of the Ice Pillar. The deck is really fun. It's kind of like a mid-range kind of control type of deck. In terms of the mulligans, I definitely recommend keeping your concurrent timelines if you can. If you get your concurrent timelines, that's great. I think keeping Narc can be okay as well. Against Darkness, you probably want to keep Mystic Shot. But usually you also want to keep some of your 2-drops, right? Especially if you have concurrent timelines, you want to keep the Baboon or the Financier and get value right away from the concurrent timelines. Aside from that, I mean, like I said, it's pretty straightforward. You obviously don't want to keep some of these cards in your mulligan because they're going to be late unit power that you want to take advantage of. So you want to get them later on in the game. Really fun deck, as you'll see from some of the games here, and it can create for some really funny scenarios where you just blow the opponent out. But hope you enjoy the games, and remember, if you have not subscribed yet, to subscribe below. It will help me out a lot. I'll see you all at the end of the video. So in this matchup, we'll be going up against Darkness. So this is gonna be tough because I don't know if I have a way to deal with the Bagars if they get them. I guess Therm was pretty good here. I'm scared of kicking out the Baboon because if we don't get something with 2 attack, then it's gonna be very tough for us to kill the Catalyzer. I guess we have plenty of things though, right? So let's kick the Baboon out and see what we get. There we go. That's a little bit better because I wanted to be able to have like a 2-drop. Okay, maybe this is a little bit too much. I wanted to have like a 2. Oh, perfect. What if we just play the Aberration Sentry? I think the Sentry is a little bit more worth than trying to convert it to something right now. The problem here, okay, Poke Stick is not bad because Poke Stick means that he doesn't have access to the Catalyzer right now. We still get the draw, and now we can do the concurrent timelines and be able to kind of start doing our game plan like this. We could do the Therm with the Catalyzer, or we can just do the Mystic Shot now. Okay, no Catalyzer. Let's do the Boom Baboon. We can save the Archer for another time. Don't think any of these are really gonna matter. I guess we'll do the Yodel Smith. It's gonna die anyways, but at least the Smith has 2 health, so we can just sacrifice it here. I think we're gonna do the Aloof Travelers here and try to hit like his Rekindler or something else. I guess the problem is gonna be if he has Veigar, right? If he has Veigar, maybe we just pass. I think passing is fine here. Okay, no Veigar. So bye-bye Thermal. And now we can play Gnar, right? Get ourselves the Poke Stick. Shouldn't have anything that punishes this at 2 mana. This person is playing an interesting version of Darkness with Looping Telescope. Haven't seen Looping Telescope used too much recently. Yeah, if he does it like this, is gonna level up Gnar. We still get the Poke Stick. Still have enough to kill the center if we need to. I do want to start taking advantage of the Looping Telescope though. I mean, sorry, the Aloof Travelers. So probably need to start doing that here pretty soon. Losing that Thermo is kind of big because it means that we cannot hit. Ooh, okay, so I guess we'll get the Veigar then, right? We can do Aftershock and Mystic. I mean, sorry, Aftershock and Poke Stick. We need to do it so that he cannot get that Darkness to a higher level. If he has a way to save the Veigar, so let's say Mist Call. Mist Call does it for him. Has to be Mist Call, right? Because he didn't do stress defense anymore. So then the Darkness is gonna go to 3. Doesn't look like it's enough. I think we're gonna do the Aloof Travelers right now, just so that we can potentially discard Rekindler. The Reckoner is probably the best one here because he has such a bigger attack stat, right? So it's a great. He becomes a great blocker. Ooh, wow. Okay, Ruination. Ash also 3 sets. I didn't count that he had enough cards, so we actually got a 2-for-1 there. So we ended up with a 2-for-1 there. We're gonna Mystic Shot this so that he doesn't get any value from the Darkness. And this is a good attacker into almost everything that he has, right? So he needs to have another Veigar to make this work for him. He doesn't. So we can go ahead and just pull this, keep our Reckoner healthy enough. Minimorph? Okay, that's fair. We still kill the Aloof Travelers and still push 4 damage, right? And still keep our unit alive. Problem is that we don't have a way to deal with Veigar, I guess, right? I think I like the Aloof Travelers again, although we can also do the Financier. Financier doesn't sound bad, because I feel like I need some value, right? Like, Progress Days here seems pretty nice. Grumble's Luck I think is good. It's a 3 health unit. There we go. I like doing the Evolution Sentry, because again, it allows us to draw next turn. And I kind of like doing the second Financier. 2 progress is gonna be a little bit too much, but it's a chance that this game goes long enough for that. Yeah, so it's just gonna do the second Poke Stick. It Testers is a little bit awkward, right? Let's do the Aloof. This is actually pretty good, no? Because he has a quick attack. Yeah, this is actually pretty good. And this the Stally. So this gives us quick attack. Still have 5 mana. I'm trying to think which way we want to do this. We can just do the Chumpers and just pull that guy away if we need to, so that this girl survives one more turn. Has no choice but to go after this. Or we can also do the Iceborn Archer. So now we can actually do this. He already used 2 Battle Feasts, and now we have a pretty big attack, right? Oh, that's his 3rd Battle Feast, okay. So he ends up getting all the Battle Feasts, huh? We can do it like this. I don't think it matters. Keeps this healthy enough for one more turn. Obviously, he's gonna be able to just let everything survive. I mean, sorry, block every damage that we do here. But he needs to get something real quick, like as soon as he can, and he gets the Senna. There we go. I like the Aloof Traveler again. And that's actually kind of funny. This might not be bad, right? Because we could potentially do another, and another style is gone, so we're getting rid of a lot of his healing. So eventually we can do the It That Stairs. What I'm waiting for is for us to get combination with the Burying Ice to be able to do the It That Stairs. The problem here is that he's gonna be able to kill a lot of our units, right? Because of the darkness. I think we're okay summoning the Shadow Fiend here. Just because we're gonna need a way to block that Senna. I don't think there's any reason for us to take the damage. Yeah, so we'll block the Senna here. I like the idea of doing the Baboon again and summoning the second Chompers. Yeah, he's just gonna save the darkness for Netstone, which I think is smart. Unfortunately, we didn't have the way to deal with Senna. Maybe we just do maybe the Financier. Maybe we're looking for another Sitzcott spell that might be a little bit better. Kind of like the second Chompers here, just because he allows us to pull the two units that are gonna be a problem. Obviously, we kind of got a little bit punished here because he ended up we ended up drawing the Sonic Urchin. We could have also just forced him to block with one of this and then finish it with It That Stairs, which probably could have been better, right? Because here, all we did... Let's do this. That's the Burying Ice that I was looking for. So this at least pushes 4 damage. 3 sets. We can discard the concurrent timelines. At any time we can do the Burying Ice. We're not gonna get the value from this guy. The Senna levels up as well, which is a little bit of a problem. We have the Burying Ice combo. For some reason he decided... I guess he can't go... He couldn't go after the... Okay, that's gonna be a pain now, because now he's gonna be able to get the Veigar to start leveling up, right? Guess he has to be the Butcher. So like Darkness is gonna be a 3 now. We can do Trundle next turn. How to do this? This is tough, right? I think if he gives us the chance, we're just gonna do Burying Ice next turn. We have enough mana to do Burying Ice plus the Gnar. Right? So I think this is the best thing that we can do. And he gave us the chance, right? So here he's gonna do this. We're gonna Burying Ice his whole board. And then next turn we can just kill it with It That Stairs. Actually, what we need to do here is that we need to summon Trundle instead of Gnar so that we get the pillar. And then next turn we can do the pillar into It That Stairs and kill his whole board. Get the Senna and the Veigar for 1. This is one of the biggest powers of this deck. This card right here is so good. Because he's gonna try to kill my units, which I guess is fair, right? Oh, he's gonna decide to save her. Okay, so he's deciding to save the Senna. He got that from Looping Telescope. I didn't realize that was an epic card. I think that's okay with us because our biggest problem is Veigar, right? That's his second Veigar. I don't think we die to just Senna. We can also summon the Sonic Urchin right here to get the value from the timelines. We could probably discard the Financier maybe. Or maybe the second It That Stairs doesn't make sense anymore. No, I think the Financier is better. And I'll keep the Crusader, that's okay. We have enough mana next turn to do the Ice Pillar, It That Stairs, and have enough mana for Trollshan to kind of save us if we need to. Yeah, so he's gonna end up draining 2. He's gonna try to summon the Senna next turn, but the Senna is not gonna do anything, right? Terror of the Tides. Urges is really good, actually. I think Usgar is probably the best because he lets us challenge the Senna. So the Usgar lets us challenge the Senna, which is pretty darn good for us. He needs to be worried about this whole board, right? We discarded 1 Ruination, and most of those decks don't run 2 Ruinations, right? So I'm trying to think how he stops this without ruination. If he has ruination, are we okay with that? I think I am. If he has the ruination, I think I'm okay with that. I think this is worth it to kill his whole board here. That's his second Veigar, and that's also his second Catalyzer. So his darkness is still only at 3 damage. We also did 2 Aloof Travelers, right? Yeah, that's this combination of Hit the Stairs with the Burying Ice is just so good. And that's why we also run 2 of the Aftershock, by the way, because it allows us to kill the landmark even when we don't draw the Hit the Stairs. So yeah, GG's. So in this matchup, we'll be going up against Jayce, Heimer, but for the opponent is playing Freljord. Oh, you know what I think this is? Oh, he's gonna do the Iceborn Legacy. Oh, I know exactly what the opponent is doing. He's gonna do the Iceborn Legacy. Oh, Loop Travelers is probably pretty good against this deck, no? I know exactly what the opponent is doing. He's gonna do the Iceborn Legacy on the what's it called? The Forge Workers? Yeah, the Forge Workers. There we go. It's kind of like a greedy keep. Okay, at least we have thermal. We have some ways to remove some of his stuff. Not timeline. I kind of wanted to keep Trundle, but maybe keeping Trundle was actually not great. I think it was fine to take the Trundle out. I like the Trundle because of the regeneration. It gives us a nice blocker versus most of the stuff that he might have.
Remember, we're the ones who make progress happen.
I'm gonna do this. Let's not let him take advantage of the 1 spell mana that he can get from there, because he can just open attack next turn, right? So at least here, like, he's still gonna get the +1 mana, but at least here we can kind of kill them, right? What if we just went to the Overwhelm? It's probably better This is probably the worst out of the 3 options, to be honest. But this is gonna be like a long-term play. I'm gonna pass first. See what the opponent does. I'm gonna do this so that we have the value to do the Aftershock next turn on the Headstack handler, because I'm thinking he's gonna do the... Oh, wow. That's huge. Production Search, okay. So I guess now we have to do it on this one, huh? I cannot take that 7 damage. So we have to do it like this. We're just gonna draw here. We're always gonna have a blocker for this guy. He got the 6-mana spell before we could do anything. Can do a concurrent here. And then start doing the Aloof Travelers. I think Aloof Traveler is a little bit better than doing the Trundle, because we can potentially get rid of his 6-cost spells. Ooh. But what about Baboon, though? I think Aloof is still probably better. Teeny Dactyl is a huge drop here. Yeah, there we go. Harshwind is gone. So we got rid of 1 6-cost spell. I'm thinking we actually might have to... So I'm thinking we could have attack. Because attack will have forced him to block, right? He's never letting the Pterodactyl hit. I guess we're always blocking with the Pterodactyl next turn anyways. If that Stairs is not bad. It's gonna do more. Another 6-drop spell, I guess. I'm thinking if a second Aloof, I think a second Aloof is better right here before we do the Baboon, because the Baboon is gonna be a good blocker, right? So Baboon is a good blocker. Here we can try to discard one of his 6-cost spells, and meanwhile get something like this, right? So Aloof is better because you Shock Blast, nice. Aloof is much better because Aloof gave us access to a lot of 4-cost units that have good stats like this one. While the Baboon gives us just 2-cost units, which some of them might not be great. Of course, whatever 6 spell he does, he's going to be able to do another one because of the Fortune Tomorrow. So he could still have like the Shock Blast here. Or he could have another of the Surge production Surge. Heimer is 4 health, so the Thermal doesn't kill anymore. That's the sound for worker, okay. So here we can just summon the Baboon, I think. So we have blockers against all of his out of his forge workers. Hunting Fleet is probably one of the best hits that we could have got in there. I think the Crocodile is probably the best one, right? The Shadow Owl Crocodile, that's a 7/7. But Hunting Fleet is pretty much a close second. So he probably has the combo, right? He has the combo, but so do we. So opponent's going to be a little bit in trouble here. Because we have the combo with Very Nice. And we have just enough mana to do a next turn. So we can do Very Nice to play his whole board next turn. And then on our following turn, do the Ice Pillar into the It That Stares, right? I guess, okay, so, yeah, I think Very Nice is going to be how we win this game, right? Because what's going to happen is that he's going to have to commit the Acceleration Gate. He's going to have to commit the Acceleration Gate, right? Because we don't die on the open attack with just his attacks. So yeah, Trundle dies, this dies, because he gets to do the double dash. But when he commits the Acceleration Gate, we should be able to do. I think what we need to do is do this, just so that we don't die. We don't take too much damage in an open attack. The Corsair is not bad, I guess. It's 2 health. So at least here he knows that an open attack is not that great for him. So he's gonna commit the Acceleration Gate, and then we'll do the Burying Ice Pillar, It That Stares next turn, and we just win the game, right? I guess anything that has Spell Shield here is gonna survive. Anything that gets Spell Shield, I mean. But yeah, oh wow, the Jayce got Spell Shield. And so did one of the Sump Workers. That's huge. That the Jayce got Spell Shield is probably the best thing that could have happened to him. Because now he can still do like the double spells, right? That's the Regeneration as well. Yeah, because that keeps his Jayce alive. I guess we can target the Jayce, right? We can just kill the Jayce with the Ice Pillar or whatever we get from this. Dreadway is probably the best one here. Everything else has kind of like a playability. That doesn't matter. Dreadway means that our Thermo is going to become pretty big here, because Thermo can now kill the Jayce. Because he's going to be able to do double damage. He's going to have to kill this right now, which he could do it with another Shock Blast. But if he commits the Shock Blast here, then he won't have a way to save Jayce. Wow, he's going to just Thermo. Alright. He's still not going to have a way to save the Jayce here. So then here we just kill his whole board, and then challenge the Jayce. Kill the Jayce, and trigger the Pterodactyl. We don't need to worry about the Sump Worker. Don't think it's going to be a threat. Because now the Pterodactyl is going to buff up, right? So now we have a Pterodactyl that's going to be doing 1 damage every turn. He's down to 4 cards. We get another Elude, which is great. Because we can discard a Sitzka spell. Because we know he has a lot of Sitzka spells. He also gives us another draw. I like the Abyssal Guard over anything else here, because he has an upside of getting 2 more health, especially now. Oh, that was just another Thermo. Alright, Thermo's not the greatest hit, so I guess that's okay for him. But this becomes a 4 attack unit. That's not gonna be enough. We have a Fearsome blockers here. You get your whole board back, but we have enough blockers. And if we ever get another Burying Ice, we just win the game. We have ways to deal with this other stuff. We can even have this be... Yeah, okay. So Troshan is going to blow him out here, right? Because Troshan means that this is going to become a Fearsome blocker. Yeah, you can't do this, my friend. The 2 concurrent timelines here are a little bit awkward, though, right? I like the Financier here. Progress Day. Feel the Rush. Feel the Rush might not be bad. I think Feel the Rush is the best one here. We'll just keep the Financier. Really? I don't need to do anything, right? I guess we can attack, right? We can just attack with one of the 2 drops. Just so that we get that value from the Corsair. This one is probably the best one because he's a fearsome attacker. Do we care about the Corsair? Because I want to be able to do Feel the Rush, right? If we attack like this, he just blocks with that guy. Dealing that extra damage might actually be important, though. I think I'm okay passing. He has to do something eventually, right? We can also just swipe the whole board by doing the stairs. Even if we kill our own board, I think that's okay because we're destroying his whole board, right? And he already did 2 production surges, and we still have enough mana to do a 5 mana thermal beam if he summons like Jayce or something like that. But Feel the Rush is probably the best hit that we could have gotten there. We already also discarded 2 thermals, which makes it really hard for him to have anything. Okay, so he gets his Iceborn Legacy, and he finally attacks. So now we have the space to be able to block 2 things, right? I think I'm gonna do it like this. See what he does first. If he commits something, we can do the Troll Chant. If he doesn't commit anything, we just do Feel the Rush, right? Okay, doesn't commit anything. So here we just do Feel the Rush and then just win the game, right? Because the Gnar is also gonna level up because of the Teeny Dactyl. He already used 2 thermals and he only has 7 mana, right? Doesn't have a deny for this. And now we have a 10-10 Trundle and a 10-10 Gnar with Overwhelm as well. The Teeny Dactyl is still gonna do 1 damage, and we still have the Corsair. So, yeah, that was a great hit for Pharaoh's Financier, huh? Yeah, GG's. So in this matchup, we'll be going up against Lurk. Okay, so we do have a lot of great blockers against Lurk, so we might be okay. We also have 3 Sisters, we have Troll Chant, we have a lot of freezes. We don't have a great start though. I like the Troll Chant because the Troll Chant can create some nice trade. We get the concurrent timelines as well. But we have an Aqua Precision here. Okay, this is good. So the second concurrent line is what we can use to discard the Sand Urchin. It was potentially better that we needed to just do the Sand Urchin first, but I think I'm better off doing it this way. Yeah, sure. You get your Shackling, but now you have to open attack before, so you don't get punished by this girl. Okay, so I guess he can attack with the Chronomancer, unless we get a 3 attack unit, right? If we get a 3 attack unit, then it makes it really accurate for him. Okay, we end up not getting anything, not even anything with 2 attack, huh? That's a little bit annoying. At least the Aristocrat can just block the Shackling. We also don't have, now we also don't have like a 3-drop, right? So we might have to do Aftershock. I think it's better to pass. I guess if he does the Snapjaw, it punishes us. Well, he doesn't have the Snapjaw. Okay, so that's good. I'm glad that I passed that. So here we can do the Aloof Travelers, which becomes a really great blocker because we have a lot of great 4-drop hits. Now, he could easily have the Pike, right? Just based on the way that... So, I'm guessing he predicted the Pike with this one, and now we just saw the Rek'Sai, right? Hopefully we hit something good here. Didn't see what I discarded. Shoot. Ah. This also doesn't get his summon effect, but it is a nice 5 health blocker. I didn't see what I discarded. I got distracted. Oh no, I got distracted, guys. Okay, so he gets a Pike anyways. That Pike is gonna die to an Aftershock. I think it's worth it to kill the Pike right here. I think what we need to do is the Financier first. And then we'll do the Aftershock once he taps out of like a decent enough mana. I like the Battle Fury. The Headset Transmutator is not bad either though. I think that actually might actually be pretty darn good. The Petricized Broadwind is huge because he lets us pull the Pike. So now we don't even have to commit the Aftershock. Now we can just pull the Pike. Now we can pull the Pike and we even have Troll Chant to make this even better. So let's say he has the Bone Skewer. Or he just has the second Pike, right? Which has 5 health, so the Troll Chant would not save it. We could, so we're gonna have to do the aftershock, right? So no matter, so that's what he predicted with the Chronomancer. So he had that with the Chronomancer. We'll do the aftershock here to kill one of the pikes. The second pike, we can just kill it with something like Sentry. Or Trollshan is pretty bad versus him right here. I love the Loot Travelers because he can discard something bigger. Now, we know he has a Rek'Sai, right? I like the Loot Travelers because he can get us something nice. Like this guy, this girl is not bad. This is probably better, right? Because it's a 4/4. This is probably slightly better. So Doombreaker. So we discarded his Overwhelm unit. Obviously, he still has the Rek'Sai. We can kill the Pike with Trollshan. As long as he doesn't get the third Pike with the Cersei Collar, then we don't have to worry about Pike anymore. I'm gonna do it like this. This is already gonna die, so it doesn't matter. There we go. So that's the second Pike, right? Let's continue taking advantage of our timelines by summoning. I think it's Trundle actually. I think it's Trundle next turn instead of doing the Gnar this turn. Just because Trundle gives us access to quite a bit of things, right? I like the Hopeful because you don't get the summon effect from the other guy. Yeah, that's the Snapjaw. He also doesn't have a lot of lurks right now, so we could just summon the Gnar. I like the Trundle. I like the Trundle because we can do Burying Ice next turn, and then set up for the Burying Ice into It That Stairs combo, right? So let's say he summons the Rek'Sai right here. Huh. I still think it's worth it. I guess we can do the Ice Pillar first, right? We don't have to pre-commit anything yet. We can do the Ice Pillar first. The Dreadway is huge because the Dreadway means that both of these guys die. I think it has to be the Dreadway, right? Because the Dreadway means that we can block them and they both die because of the Dreadway doing 8 damage to them. It's also going to make it so that the Ibex also does 8 damage to them. So both of the Undertitles are going to die. And here we just win the game. Boom. So that's game right there. Because then next time we do the It That Stairs, clear his whole board, and that's it. Yeah, so GG's there. Because actually we just win in the open attack as well. So we didn't even need to do that. We already know that we killed 2 pikes. So there's no reason for us to get greedy with the It That Stairs. But yeah, that you can see how big that combo is. So yeah, GG's. So in this matchup we up against Bandle Tree. Problem for the Bandle Tree deck is that we do run double Aftershock. So they're gonna be in a little bit of problem. We have the concurrent timeline, so okay, no Aftershock and also no units to take advantage of the concurrent timeline. So this is a little bit of an awkward hand. Yeah, this is a very awkward hand, huh? Huh. This is a little bit scary now. I think we can save. Obviously, we can save the Mystic for next turn to use it on the Mayor. I think we have to be okay taking this 3 damage, don't we? Like if he opens, we have to be okay taking this damage. Yeah, I think so too. I'm willing to pass. I just do the Gnar here. If he has the Buster Shot, it's gonna cost him the full 4 mana. Yep, there we go. And if he wants to do a 4 mana Buster Shot, I'm okay with that. I think because we have Burying Ice, we just need to stall long enough. Maybe we do this now. I think actually Thermo's better. Thermo's better, I think, so that we can just give the Mystic Shot for the Mayor. He still hits us here for 5, so now we have to actually be careful of not dying. Because now if he has Poppy, which of course he does, we can still kill this with the Mystic Shot. We probably need to do it on the Poppy, although I don't think we because there's no way that we draw something that's gonna be more than 2 mana. So we can do this on the Poppy, or we can do it on one of the other units, right? I think it's better to do it on one of the other units because we're always blocking the Poppy. I think we're always blocking the Poppy, so I'm okay doing it like this, and we just Mystic Shot the cannon. Which I think is fine. You should I just attack with that anyways, by the way? Because he still will have been able to get 1 damage from it. It's actually the group showcase, so he's able to deal with this. So Poppy's gonna potentially level up in this game. Because our hand is a little bit awkward with double Very Nice. Now, what we could do is try to get to turn 9 if we get the... Ice Quick might actually be huge. But Ice Quick is awkward because he also hits our own units, right? I think we have a lot of blockers. A lot of these things are gonna die though, so easily, right? I like the Wolf, because we could potentially, if he doesn't have a way to deal with the Gnar, we could potentially kill the Poppy by having the Pokis. I guess it's not gonna kill it no matter what, right? Because the Pokis is gonna cost 2, so we have not enough mana, but at least we can get rid of one of the House Spiders. Or we can just get rid of the Mayor. I think we have to do the Gnar though. I think we have to do the Gnar. Sucks that he's gonna get value from the Mayor here. Okay, I'm okay with this. That kind of makes our hand a little bit worse, and we end up getting a great card in Aloof Travelers. I think we need to do it like this, unfortunately. And then just block the Poppy. Okay. Yeah, we can just block the Poppy next turn. So now he's giving us access to double Pokestick here. So we block the Poppy because I think we obviously cannot die to that Poppy. We can do the Aloof Travelers to discard something like Tree if he has it. We can also do the Iceborn Archer to protect damage. I think Iceborn Archer is probably better this turn. Yeah, Iceborn Archer is probably better. He decides to go like this, so gives us access to the Pokestick on the Poppy to kill her. Decides not to do it. Does the Yodo Scout Ranger. That's huge though, no? That's huge because it gives him access to lets him put health on everything else, right? I guess we can do this. Makes his attack really awkward. Because now if he attacks with this, I'm getting the free Pokestick from this guy. So I'm just gonna get a lot of value from this, right? And we can still kill the Poppy by doing the Pokestick twice. Or we can just Aftershock her now, right? So now we can just kill the Poppy entirely and have her... Like, she's not gonna do any value now. Aftershock ended up being a great draw there. But he still was in awkward position, right? Because if he attacks with everything, we just block the Poppy with the Steer Spirit and commit the Pokestick to kill it, or we can kill it also with the Gnar. I guess, you know, he would have gotten 2 points of health. So he needed to be blocking with the Gnar and committing the Pokestick. She's not great, but not worse, not bad either. Here we can do the Aloof Travelers, potentially discard something nice, and we end up getting the Hunting Fleet, which is huge. That's the first Bandle Tree. We did have to commit that Aftershock, by the way. Not of something that was not Bandle Tree, so I'm glad that I ended up actually getting that instead of hitting, you know. Yeah, we don't want to give Ephemeral to anything, right? So we're gonna just do it like this. Guess we could Pokestick first. We can always Pokestick face as well. I'm also okay with the Pokestick costing 1 mana. He does know that we can just do this, right? I guess if we do this, it means that we don't get the Pokestick value. Let's hit face here. Let's guarantee that we hit face. We get a second Pokestick in our hand so that we don't run out of resources. And then what we can do next turn is gonna be very nice, and then do the stairs the turn after. We have enough mana next turn to do the 1-drop plus the Burying Ice, which is pretty nice. Or we could do the thermal right here on the Yoto Ranger. Although the Yoto Ranger is gonna be the one that gets the vulnerable. He's gonna die if he attacks anyways. So maybe it's not needed. We can save it for something else. We can save the thermal for something important like Gnar. Fortunately, not enough for us to kill Gnar here. Okay. Very nice might be a big punish. Let's see what he does here. Very nice is going to be a big punish. We have one more aftershock to deal with one more. We also have one more aloof to potentially hit another tree. Oh, no. That's game. He got so greedy there. That's the greediest mind split I've ever seen in my life. And now we just kind of go wide, right? We don't need this anymore. We'll get the Corsair. Next turn we can do the It That Stairs, clear his whole board. Or we can just attack, right? Actually, It That Stairs is better for when he actually summons the... for when he actually summons the thing, right? We can just attack with everything here. And do the It That Stairs in our next turn. If he commits the Bandle Tree right here, I forgot that It That Stairs also removes the landmark. So even though we committed the Aftershock last turn, It That Stairs is all that we need to be able to deal with the Bandle Tree. Yeah. It probably was better to do this first, but I figured that he was always going to be able to summon a blocker to defend against the It That Stairs. So I figured might as well just take my open attack and call it a day. And potentially bait him into playing Bandle Tree after our attack, but you know, I ended up not mattering. But yeah, GG's. So in this matchup, we're up against Braum Jarvan. I've seen Braum Galio, but I have not seen Braum Jarvan. So I'm curious to see what the opponent's playing. My guess is going to be formidable units, though. I think I'm going to read out for the timelines here. No timelines, but at least we get the Sentry. So we get some draw, and we also have the Gnar. Okay, we ended up getting the timelines anyways. Is it better to get the draw? I think it's better to get the draw and commit the timeline later on. So I think I'm just going to commit for the Sentry instead of doing the timelines and then having the Sentry not get draw. This is a great card because he can discard the Jarvan. If he ends up passing, I just pass back because he could have the Bright Steel. Ends up not being Bright Steel. I think we still go with the Sentry. He puts damage into his Petricized Broadwind and also gives us the draw. He decides not to put the damage on his Broadwind, which I think is a smart thing to do. And just does it this way. I think, Do we need to do the Aftershock here? I guess Aftershock gets punished by a lot of things, huh? I think we'll do the concurrent timelines. But save our mana for potentially do Aftershock next turn. That's huge. Okay, now we need to commit the Sentry, unfortunately. Now we need to commit the Sentry. Just because he got, you know, something that can give +2/+2 health. We do have the Aloof to potentially kill the Jarvan and give us something valuable here. We also have the Aftershock. He tapped out of almost anything to be able to deal with this Aftershock. So I think we just kill this, right? There's no reason for us to not kill this. The Petricized Broadwind is one of the biggest powers of this deck. Obviously, the Duran is going to be annoying because he's going to have the Braum to back it up with. Which is actually enough to kill even our Trundle. I think what we need to do here is going to be... The Gnar doesn't do a lot, right? I think the Very Nice is going to be amazing, right? We have to try to hit the Jarvan right now and try to potentially hit something powerful. Actually, whatever we hit, it's just going to let him get more value from the... But what if he has another challenger? If he has another challenger, I have to commit to the Wolf Rider. Iron Keeper. Okay, so his mana, everything in his hand is 3 mana or less. So I'm thinking Troll Chance, and there you go. That's why I ended up going with the Wolf Rider, because he probably had a way to be able to deal with this. The problem here is that there's going to be a lot of damage if we don't commit this. So we need to commit this right now. Because if we don't, then he's able to pull with the Petricize and be able to just get the Braum to do a ton of damage. Burying Ice is going to be the way that we win this game. Now, we know his hand is really low value. So next turn we need to do the Burying Ice just to delay him enough, right? He has the Jarvan anyway, so he ended up joining the Jarvan, which means that now we're like almost dead. The Jarvan is also going to be leveled up. So yeah, so the only way that we win now is getting it that stairs, right? That's such a crazy job for him. Because now even if we do the Burying Ice, we still lose when they come back into the field, right? We need to get exactly it that stairs, or we just lose the game. This does delay him for one turn. He also cannot summon anything. We know the rest of his hand is like 3 or low cost spells unless he drew something. He's gonna just single combat here, right? Is what I'm guessing. To stop the level up on the Trundle or Concerted Strike, that's fine. The rest of his cards here are gonna be like Trollshanks and stuff like that. So we need the It That Stairs. If we don't draw the It That Stairs, we just lose because then we have no way to clear his board, right? So we could potentially be okay, we potentially could not be okay. We do have a lot of blockers, but because the Jarvan is leveled up, that Cataclysm becomes really annoying. He can just win next turn now if we don't get a freeze. Because we went out to 2. Trollshank is not enough because we cannot use Trollshank with an Anali there. And yeah, GG's. Alright. We gotta play there. I mean, I was playing safe. I was playing a little bit safe, but I guess kind of I was playing safe thinking that he didn't have anything set up or higher. But he ended up getting the Jarvan, being able to push 8 damage with the Braum. But yeah, GG's. Hey everyone, welcome back. Hope you enjoyed those games. I think, it was kind of, when I was recording, I kept winning a lot with It That Stairs and Burying Ice. So it was kind of a little bit difficult to showcase some of the other ways that this deck can win. But as you saw in the last game, it can get a little bit awkward sometimes when you do get some of these late cards early on and don't really have a lot of stuff to do with them. To the point that we really couldn't survive even through our first Burying Ice. The opponent just has so much value, so much early value that we couldn't account for. But aside from that, the other games you kind of showcase how powerful, especially the Aloof Travelers, can be when they can get converted to one of those powerful units. They didn't really see a lot of Gnar showcase this time around, but I promise you that the Gnar is really good in this deck just because of how much value the Pokesticks can provide, and even his level up can become a really impactful key way to win the game. But yeah, hope you enjoy those games, and remember to subscribe below if you haven't. I also stream on Twitch 3 to 4 times a week, where you can find us at Sirturmund, and you can also find our Discord and Twitter in the description below. Hope you enjoyed this deck, and I'll see you all next time.